That's no one I know, is it? I hope not.
Walker's at this gas station.
Oh! It is someone I know. It is someone I know and he's following me. Fucking JJ. I forgot to go back on my radio. Right, I need to lose him or lure him somewhere. So that's my officer. I cannot go. I cannot. I'm just gonna take him on a little a merry little dance here. I could have nipped him. Might have got away with that. Haha, he went past. He went past. Jasmine.
Jay, you alright?
I've just had to lose Mr. Jameson.
JJ! Right, I've just had to get picked up by EMS in a helicopter, but I'm okay. I'm up at the car park next to, see where the Jaded Palace used to be?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, do you want to come meet me here? I'm alone.
I'll see you shortly.
Okay, bye.
If Jasmine is actually alone, we'll have a conversation. See where the land lies. What are Jasmine's actual intentions here, if any? I think we're about to find out. We're going to take the scenic route here. I'm just going to park in this bush. Scope the place out real quick. Is that her? I've out-sneaked myself. No, I don't think so, Terry. Don't want to park close by. This could be a trap, you know. I mean, this is a car park. Someone's getting that truck.
Jay,
Jasmine.
will we go talk round here? I don't want anybody seeing us, come on. How are you? I'm so sorry to hear what happened with the taxi boys.
It wasn't your fault, Jasmine. Nobody can predict what Paddy's going to do next.
What's going on, Jay? I don't know who to trust anymore.
That's a loaded question, Jasmine.
I mean, I come back in the city. I hear that that you've been held up at gunpoint and Paddy shot you, and then you know Hugh's dead. Mike shot Hugh, and now Mike's dead. And I don't know. Terry's gone power mad, and I just don't know what to do anymore, Jay.
There's always one option, Jasmine.
What's that?
I'm getting out of this city. I don't want any part of this anymore. If you want to come along for this ride, I need to know. Are you done with them, Jasmine?
The taxi boys?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been my friends for a long time. They took me in when we went to the new city, and I had no police friends left. But then I don't know about Terry anymore. I don't even know.
He was their most trusted lieutenant, Jasmine. If they were willing to gun him down, what do you think he's willing to do for the rest of you?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. He's saying to JJ he doesn't trust me, and then JJ's telling me stuff, and I'm like, what if he's trying to, you know, instigate things, and then I don't know about this tax man. I've only met him once, and he was on a silly little motorbike and a tiny pair of shorts, and
He'll burn the entire organization to the ground before he leaves, Jasmine. And if we're going to stop this war, then we need to stop the taxman.
right.
He believes that I'm on his side. In truth,
Okay.
I want to see him gone, just as much as the rest of you.
I'm still with the taxi boys. I could be some sort of use, you know, like I could be like your inside man for that side if you're playing the other side. I've had like 20 missed calls just because I'm not in Terry's presence. Like,
You're not the only one.
so, so what's your plan, Jay? What do you want me to do?
Walk with me, Jasmine. I'm parked on the opposite side of the street at a car park just up the road. Keep your head down, Jasmine.
Okay.
There's somewhere I've been laying low. It'll be good to plan our next move.
So do you think all the taxi boys need to be stopped?
Oh, like you, I'm not entirely sure who I can trust anymore, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Mike wanted me dead, Paddy wanted me dead, Terry lured me up there.
I mean, do you know what happened to Mike?
I might have an inkling.
Okay. Jay, I think Terry's gonna kill me.
That's what I intend to prevent, Jasmine. You can never be too sure.
You never know.
Yeah. Wow. So is this like your office?
Well, it's not technically mine, but it's all I've got. Nice view, though.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Terry keeps phoning me. He's dead suspicious of me now. It's like, yeah, he's not happy.
You should give him a call. Let him know
Yeah.
you're okay.
I'll just say I've been picked up by EMS. I'll be with him shortly, right?
Okay, I'll step outside.
Yeah, I'm fine now. The EMS picked me up in a big helicopter. So, where are you? And I'll come meet you in about 5 minutes. Is he okay? Oh my god, is he okay? Alright, well, you can't put our lives in danger. Look, that's JJ being shot now.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, why don't you text me the location once you know, and oh my god, I just hope JJ's okay, right? And I'll meet you there, right? J. J. Taxman shot JJ. But Terry's just poor had a go at me on the phone saying that he doesn't trust me and I don't trust him and all this stuff, and the only person he wants to get is the tax man, and that's the only blood he wants, and oh, I don't know what to do. And now he's going to text me the radio frequency and he wants to meet, and I don't know if I can hide that much longer. He's going to think I'm against him or something. I don't want to. He's going to shoot me. We could work together on this. You're on his side. I'm on their side. We could come together and we could work undercover on each side and somehow work this out. Are you on the taxman's side or not?
I'm on the same side I've always been on, Jasmine. The
Right.
people out there, caught in the middle of all this.
Okay.
Unknown number. Nice try, Terry.
Probably be Terry.
You still admire them, don't you?
Who?
The taxi boys.
Well, they're my friends. Like, I was down and out. I'd left the police. There, there was there was there was like nobody, and they took me in. I genuinely do believe that Terry feels sorry for what's happened with Paddy, and so does JJ. And I do believe like they do want to see you okay, but I don't know. I think they think you're with the taxman, and I just don't know who to believe.
Stay here, Jasmine. Okay. Alright. This has to come together with a meeting between both sides. With some kind of arrangement. In which me and Jasmine get out. And we can leave the others to just kill them each other. That's the ideal scenario. He's close.
Okay, I've told the people that I'll put my gun away. Sorry, it's just in case somebody else burst through the door. Told them that I'm going to do some taxiing because I think JJ's in the hospital or something, so...
Hmm. Did they say if it was unprovoked?
They didn't say, they just said that taxman shot him.
Hmm. Maybe now is the time to speak to Mr. Bull.
Hello, Mr. Walker, how you doing?
Not that well, Terry, truth be told.
What's up?
I've had a rough few days.
I can imagine,
Well, you've been desperate to speak to me, so speak.
Yeah, I just want to clear things up. Let's just say I didn't authorise Paddy to do what he did. Paddy did that off his own back. That wasn't related to myself, it wasn't related to JJ, Jasmine, Trav, Mike, anyone. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to hear what you had to say. And then obviously the stuff with the taxman happened and he came and shots were fired. So I just want to clear up and say that I'm really sorry for what happened to you. I heard what happened and I didn't ever want that to happen to you. So
None of you tried very hard to stop him, though, did you?
well, I didn't like Trav. Sorry, not Trav. Paddy. He just ran off. I didn't see where he went. I thought you went off with the taxman. And then Paddy came back and said, "Oh, I shot him," and I'm just like, "You what?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I shot him and he's in the river," and I'm like, "What do you mean he's in the river?" So I didn't, honestly, Jay, I did not condone it. I was really upset with him afterwards. I said to him, I was like, "Why did you do it?" And he's just like, "Oh, he was getting away and all that." But no, I'm really sorry, JJ. Sorry, not JJ. Jay. Sorry, I've been speaking to JJ. I'm really sorry, and I hope you're okay. But what's going on with you? Are you okay? Like, tell me.
No, you don't need to worry about me anymore, Terry. You won't see
Why
me
don't
again.
I need to? What do you mean I don't need to worry about you?
I'm out. I'm leaving town.
What do you mean you're leaving town?
It means I've got a second chance at life, Terry. Or is it a third? I've lost count.
I think you've had many, from what I've been hearing. Well, if you're going off somewhere, then you're getting away from Mr. Taxman, and I suppose that's a good thing. And probably from others as well. But honestly, I'm really sorry for what happened to you. As I said, and I wanted to hear fully what you had to say. It was both Mike and Patty that were gunning to shoot you in the head. So. But if you've got another chance at another life, somewhere else, and take it with both hands. No.
I intend to, Terry. What I expected. They didn't mean it. They would have stopped Paddy if they knew.
What do you think of that?
They were all there when Paddy started firing. None of them stopped him.
I don't understand why Paddy did that.
I gave them everything they wanted. I even gave them Hugh.
You gave them you? What do you mean?
He was working for the taxman.
But...
They weren't supposed to kill him.
I didn't want him. I didn't want you to die. I didn't want you to die.
That's not how it was meant to happen, Jasmine.
No.
They took the information from me, gunned me down, and then went straight for Hugh. Because that's what they do. They don't think anymore, Jasmine. They just act. Impulsively. Fueled by paranoia.
Do you think they killed Mike?
Who can say? What good is you?
Yes, I'm rather incognito again, you see. Shall we step inside?
Yes, I think we shall.
Yes, terribly sorry. My car broke down and then I had to grab a new one, then it needed petrol. It was quite an experience.
Oh my God.
Lord, what happened to you?
do you mean?
Oh,
You
you're
were gonna
covered
kill
in
me,
blood.
aren't we? Oh, I had a wee tumble. A wee tumble down a hill.
Goodness gracious. Well, Mr. Walker, what an excellent find you've had. I'll get the gun loaded.
Mr. Chamberlain,
Yes.
we had an agreement, did we not?
Please don't kill me,
Oh,
please don't kill me,
yes,
please.
yes,
Please
sorry.
don't kill me.
Yes,
Please.
no. As much as I would love to, I'm not allowed due to my agreement to Mr. Walker here. You're quite all right. You can take a seat, relax.
What do you want?
What I want is to collect taxes. It's all I've ever wanted, ever since I was a little boy. And you people have made it ever so difficult.
I've not done anything.
But your colleague, certainly Mr. Bull, has shot at me, gotten me into hospital, ran me over. What else? I've been punched. Has anything else happened to us, Mr. Walker? They made an attempt on your life, did they not?
Shot, drowned, beaten.
Drowned, yes. I was attacked by a puma to avoid them. He's tried to set up more meetings to ambush and kill me than I care to think about. Dozens, perhaps.
I caught on 5 at one time. What do you make these crystals to be?
Oh my! I don't think we can blame the taxi boys for that. That was,
No, I guess not. Henry, we have an opportunity here, perhaps the last opportunity we're gonna have. I'm getting out of this city, I'm getting out of this mess. And if Jasmine so chooses, I'll take her with me.
Well, there you go. A nice getaway, yes. Perhaps go somewhere like, I don't know, Germany, where they pay much tax.
Before I go, I want to know what your plan is.
I don't have much of a plan at the moment, Mr. Walker. Right now, as far as I'm aware, and I'm sure your friend here will back me up, the taxi boys have recruited some kind of gang, or are working with some kind of mobsters. They tried to lure me to the hospital the other day, under false pretenses of giving me $150,000 in tax money before deciding.
I think the gang actually had it, though. I think they had the money.
Yes, well, I think that's rather unlikely, don't you? Well, no, I'm sure they had the money.
It was Terry that was organising it.
Yes, it always seems to be Terry, doesn't it? Yes.
Yeah. He's our new leader.
He's your leader. And Mr. Walker leads me to believe that in his time as leader, Hugh Mann has died, yes?
Sadly, yes.
Yes, and I believe that Mike Ron has also been found dead under dubious circumstances.
I don't know what happened to Mike. Nobody seems to know.
No, I'm sure someone must, but who can say, eh? Meanwhile, we have a man desperately clawing at power. I'm sure he was on the radio asking where you were and when you'd be back just a moment ago.
He's always asking where I am. He's always trying to keep me next to him, and he said he doesn't trust me.
He's a paranoid, nervous wreck, and he's willing to take the lives of those who are supposed to be his compatriots to cling to this pathetic charade of power and, think he's the new Mr. Patterson or whatever. I'm going to take Mr. Bull down a peg or two, and if that means that he's in a ditch and people like this woman are safe and no longer need to be afraid of their so-called friends, and if you don't have to be dragged up to dams and shot in the head and left to drown, and if I don't have to be attacked by pumas, and if Mr. Man doesn't have to be, well, whatever happened to him.
He was shot in the head.
Shot in the head. Oh, capital.
By Mike.
By Mike. And then Mike was found dead. Oh, interesting. Yes.
Terry the problem.
Well, all of these other separate problems certainly seem to lead back to the one large, terrible problem at the bottom, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose.
We have an opportunity to land a crippling blow to Patterson's cab company.
Capital.
And this opportunity will not come again, I assure you of that. Without Terry, without Hugh, without Mike, that might be enough to draw Patterson out, don't you think, Henry?
What do you mean draw him out? What do you want me to do?
What is your plan, Mr. Walker?
Well, truth be told, Henry, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Capital. Okay, great. Brilliant.
We
That's
just need
fine.
to lure Terry out into the open.
Somewhere he can be easily seen.
Witnesses, somewhere the police can't possibly miss him.
Well, making sure the police are there is probably not a terrible idea.
We need to put on a show for the entire city to see an unmistakable act on behalf of Patterson's cab company.
Some kind of grand opening for their new taxi company, perhaps.
That seems like a perfectly splendid idea,
Have
Mr.
them
Chamberlain.
invite half the city up to their depot. And once there, we'll convince Jasmine to set Mr. Ball up, and, well, I'm sure it won't be too hard. We've had a brief conversation, and I believe the best way to stoke the growing ego and perhaps boost the confidence of this desperate leader of yours so that he plays his hand a little early would be to relaunch your taxi company.
Right. How do you
Throw
mean,
a
like-
party. Throw a party at the depot for the new Patterson's cabs, or whatever piss you want to call it.
Right.
Invite half the city, the police, and once there, we can encourage Mr. Ball to make a mistake.
I think I know how we can really get him there, Henry.
Oh yes. Wow.
Just give me a few moments on this laptop here.
I believe he's hacking into the main frame. Rather like in Swordfish. Couldn't give a shit if it's okay or not.
Okay.
I assume you have your own mode of transport, Mr. Chamberlain?
Yes, I certainly do.
Meet us in the casino car park.
I'm gonna have to go back to them soon. They're getting suspicious.
Oh, don't worry, Jasmine. I'm about to draw their attention.
But what do you mean you're gonna draw their attention? I can't be seen with yous.
Oh, don't worry.
What do you mean don't worry? That's all I do. That's all I do right now.
Not for much longer, Jasmine. That sounded quite sinister.
Gee, I don't know if I can trust you. Whoa.
Everything's going to be fine, Jasmine.
Well, they see.
They're not going to know that you were involved with me, okay?
Okay.
I want you to know, Jasmine, that everything I've ever done against Patterson's has been in service of the people living in this city.
Okay.
All I ever did was try to give them the truth. To give them a fighting chance against people like Terry and Patterson and Paddy. That's all I ever wanted.
I know. I believe you, Jay. I do.
But I failed. I have to atone for that. You stay here, girl.
Okay.
You've been good to... Not you, Jasmine.
Oh, okay.
Okay then. Here we go.
Is that Mr. Patterson?
It sure seems like it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Is that you? Or
Oh,
was that Mr. Patterson? What's going on?
Who the fuck are they?
Need a gun.
Who the hell are these?
Jay, they know it's a trap.
Let's get inside. No matter what happens, you just need to play dumb, okay?
But they're going to wonder why I'm here.
You just came in response to that tweet, alright?
Okay, right. So, chat along with them, right? Will I go meet them outside?
Tell them you've seen me here, snooping around.
Right, okay. I'll go meet them, right? I'll go to the casino or will I just stay here?
I didn't like welcoming those people in the car park, Jasmine. Maybe it might be safe for you and doing
I'll
it
wait
back.
outside. Hang on. I'll go stand outside and say, I'll say to them on radio I'm here.
Tell them you saw me on the roof.
Okay.
Good luck, Jasmine. What is happening with the car park, Henry?
These are some friends of mine who I was rather hoping would help us.
Well, it seems they've seen through my little ruse. They are, however, on their way. Jasmine is going to tell them they've seen me on the roof, and well, I'm
They
going to
just
be
drove
up
into
there.
the downstairs garage. Are you on the roof?
I'm about to be.
Okay, we'll come
Henry,
up.
make sure
Yes.
you put on a show. I thought Henry was coming up here. What's happened to them all? What the hell's going on?
We'd rather have them at gunpoint, Mr. Walker. It turns out they were completely unable to detect us.
Where exactly is this taking place?
On the casino, on the roof just overlooking the taxi depot.
Oh, I see.
Why don't you come over and we can put on a show, eh?
I need to save them. I need to save them. They're my friend.
I know. Get your gun out. Pointed at me.
What?
You found me on the roof of the depot. Let's go.
You're doing something. Taking something.
Just getting into character. Remember, you found me on the roof of the depot.
Okay. JJ. Trav. Teddy.
Oh!
Ah!
What's going on here?
You have no idea why I just have killed.
Oh,
Is that you?
Teddy, are you alright?
Jasmine?
Teddy, you okay? Jay,
Yeah,
JJ, are you okay?
Yeah. Why have you got a gun pointed at Jay Walker?
Because I found him on the roof. Look,
what?
they're wanting to kill you. They're wanting to
Where's
kill you, Teddy.
Patterson? Where's Patterson?
Patterson-
I know he's
Patterson-
here. I know
Patterson's
he's
not
fucking here.
Jay Patterson's not here. That was a trap. Jasmine, put the gun down.
No, I can't. You don't understand, Teddy. You don't understand.
She doesn't know how to get it. Just go
Well,
quickly.
I've not done anything, Jasmine.
Stop
yeah.
Patterson.
No, no,
He's
I'm
a
not putting this.
coward, Patterson.
I know.
Fucking
Look, honestly,
coward,
guys,
Patterson.
listen.
Travis, I believe, well, he's a very good diver, and he's on the tarmac,
Excellent.
bleeding
Travis
out.
is down.
What?
Is down.
Is Travis dead?
Yes.
Travis is down there. So what do you guys want? What do you want?
$150,000 I was promised, and it will be here within the next 10 minutes. Or Mr. Jameson is going to try his hand at diving.
No, Sandra, stay please. What can I do for you?
Multiple armed suspects on top of the casino that are holding us hostage.
Okay.
A man in a grey puffer jacket, another in a hoodie and a cap. They're holding me and a blonde woman at gunpoint. I'm stuck away, they've seen.
Jesus.
It's all in hand, Jasmine.
What do you mean it's all in hand? They're going to get killed.
Apparently somebody's being held hostage at gunpoint at the casino.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm going to get them to shoot Mr. Walker. I'm going to film it. No, I'm not going to shoot anyone at all. No, Mr. Bull's going to be doing the shooting.
If you're going to shoot them, you're going to have to shoot me first.
Sandra State Police, you're inside. Come out with your hands up. If you have weapons in your hand, you'll be shot.
Elfie, we got cops downstairs. I can take care of them if you want.
No, no, let's not anger the police at the moment. Let's leave them for now.
Can we like back here and have a conversation between us? You can still point the guns at us.
Jasmine.
Right. Okay, guys, over here. Over here. Oh God, Jay, you've got
Jasmine.
a gun as well. Great.
Keep walking, Jasmine.
Gee, what you doing?
JJ, stay where you are. You two, stay where you are. Police are here, Jasmine. There's no way off this rooftop.
Are you gonna
Unless
shoot me?
we go now.
Are you gonna shoot me?
I'll go without you if I have to, Jasmine. I don't want to leave you here.
Oh, do you want this?
Just go then. Just go.
Jasmine. Just let me save one of you. Just one. Jasmine.
No.
But they're my friends, G. They're my friends.
No, that's it. Right.
They're my friends.
I suppose it has to
They're my
be JJ
friends, G.
then.
Just shoot me, G.
You get your gun out, Mr. Bull. Elfie will hold a gun to you, and I'm going to get a camera.
Oh, they're gonna shoot. They're gonna shoot them, G.
You know the script series.
Yeah.
Come on.
San Andreas State Police, hands now. Put the guns down.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Jasmine, no!
Drop your fucking gun.
Shit. Shit. Ah. Ah. Henry, that's just no. Ah.
Let's just get out of here quick. I don't know how, but let's just try and get out.
Stop, stop, stop.
G.
There's only one way.
Go, go, go. Try to get out.
Hurry.
What the fuck is going on?
Elfie, there's an exit just at the bottom of these stairs next to us. We can dive out very quickly.
Jasmine, quickly. We have to go. There's no one in there. Come on, quickly. Jasmine! Jasmine? What are you doing? Hold your fire!
State police, if there's anybody inside, make yourself known immediately.
Jesus Christ.
Local doctors are on a call time of death at 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I saw them both downstairs and I just popped them both. They're both dead.
What?
I'm sorry this happened to you. There's so many people I didn't know. Didn't know who to trust. But I wanted to help you. I wish I could have done more. It was Terry. I just sent him a text that you were dead. I told Henry as well. Just a text. Just so they know what they'd done. Harry was trying to say it was you. You helped him at the casino or something. I don't know, but I tend not to believe it. But if I can figure out what happened here, perhaps in a way that we would have worked together. Rest well, Jay. You'll be missed.